When do I do it?
When he tells you. Great, yeah.
Madison, take one.
My name is Caitlin Glode. I'm 16 years old, and I'm in grade 11.
My name is Madison Harris. I'm 16, and I'm in grade 10.
I'm James Joseph Brooks. I'm in grade 10, and I'm 16.
My name is Zachary Julian. I'm in grade 12, and I'm 17.
My name is Nikki McKay. I am in grade 10. I'm 15 years old, and I go to CEC.
I'm Quentin Glode. I'm 16, and I'm in grade 11.
My name is Nyanza, and I'm 16.
Steven Johnson, 17 years old, grade 12.
My name is Merce Bernard.
Millbrook is a native reserve outside of Truro, just outside of Truro, actually.
I like about Millbrook that it's a smaller community and everyone knows everyone. So you drive down the road or something and you see someone you know. Almost every car you see, you wave to them because you know who it is and stuff. No one's strangers around there.
I'm actually really proud to call it my reserve because we have so many privileges. We're so absolutely blessed with what we have.
Millbrook now is a really happening spot. We get a lot of traffic here, a lot of new people coming, a lot of people travel here just to see what we're doing now. And I know before it wasn't really a big spot, but it's doing really good now.
I like that it's small and close together. How I can just walk up the road to my friend's house, not far. And also the movies and Tim Hortons, Subways out there. It's really nice. And what I don't like is probably
Have like restaurants, like they have like A&W and they have Subway. They also have like a movie theater. They have other restaurants like Pub's Takeout or Saltscapes, and they have like a couple like convenience stores. That's what I like about it because they're all close together, so you don't really have to walk a long distance to get to one.
We're really lucky to have what we have, all of our resources and the movie theaters and Subway and stuff like that. Not a lot of reserves have the luxuries that we have.
You don't know. That's fine.
I don't know what to say.
It's okay.
What I
You
don't
don't
like.
have to.
I like Millbrook.
We have everything. We really do. And I couldn't ask for a better place to live. So this is Millbrook, our home. Well, we have our Tim Hortons. This is like our favorite place to hang out, more or less. Like there's always one of us here, practically.
Is that Taylor driving?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Convenience store, A&W area. And over there, like way over, it's the Glue Cap store. There's like an Indian craft store. There's different native crafts. Rod! Hey guys, what's that? Rod, come here. We're making a movie. We're making a movie. Yeah, come here. See you. Great shot. He always videotapes his hamsters, eh?
Who, Rod?
Yeah.
Does he actually?
Yeah. This is the Glue Cap Heritage Center.
Like if you're a tourist, you can go in there and they'll tell you like where to go and stuff, and you can learn about the Mi'kmaq culture in there. It's
a good way to share our culture with other groups of people. And this is our movies. Yay, our movie theater. Now, I watch scary movies all the time. I love them.
I don't really watch.
Kiwi, you barely watch scary movies. I tried to make you watch scary movies so much this summer and you wouldn't.
There's James Brooks again.
These are our powwow grounds. Obviously, where our powwow is held. They're pretty awesome, actually.
But if you go up there, that would be the
John B. Trail.
It was named after John Bernard because he used to walk this trail every day.
Yeah.
And so they named it after him.
My family, we hunt deer and rabbit and geese and everything. But moose, it's such a big animal. Like, it's so huge.
The first time I went with the youth hunt. And then, like, the second time I went with my uncle, and then we were driving. And then we were just driving like on a Sunday. We were there for already 2 days and we never saw nothing. And then I was just driving, not expecting to see anything. And then we just stop and there's a moose up there and he just gets out and shoots it. And then we go get it and stuff. It's a pretty fun time.
Everyone was laughing, saying, "Oh, you're the girl. You're not gonna get one." The next morning, I went out and shot it, so I was pretty excited. I was pretty proud. I wanted my moose since as long as I can remember. 5 years old, I'd be like, "Dad, I really want to shoot you a moose. I really want to shoot a moose," like constantly, ever since I was a little girl. So we were just driving, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, look, there's a cow right there." We jumped out, and Dad said, "Do you want to shoot it, or do you want me to? Like, are you okay?" Because I had never really shot, well, I'd shot rifles before, but not the 270, so I was pretty nervous. And I was super nervous, shaking. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is really happening, finally." And I just, aimed and shot her. I was more or less proud because it's like, I don't know, I did it, and I was just really excited. But afterwards, it's just, well, we were gutting her and stuff, and it was lung shot and blew quarter of the heart off. I was pretty excited. Stoked about the shot more than anything else. We kill what we need. Like, we wouldn't go down there and slay like 10 different moose because we don't need that much. We take what we need and we go. Like, I know when a lot of people, when they shoot their moose, it goes to the elders, some of the meat, and then we, like, my family lives off our moose meat all year, just like our ancestors did.
I like hunting because not only has my current family, like my grandfather, my dad, my brothers hunt, but because it's been in my family for so long, like forever. It's been in the Native culture forever. And it's like just one of those things that's never died. It's just progressed and it'll always be around. And it's just amazing to stand there and be like, I'm doing exactly what my ancestors did to stay alive. I'm standing where other people, great people, have shot an animal to feed their family or to stay warm. Like, it's crazy. I love it.
My name is Colin Bernard. I have 2 jobs. I'm a band counselor with the MILLBROOK Band for the last 17 years. I'm also a youth worker for the MILLBROOK Health Center for the last 12 to 13 years. Originally, my mother's from MILLBROOK. I grew up in Wagoba in Cape Breton, and my parents had wanted me to come to school in Nova Scotia. I went to school up to grade 8 in Wagoba Federal School, and I moved here to come to school, and I've been here ever since. MILLBROOK has progressed over the years. I've seen MILLBROOK grow. I always enjoyed MILLBROOK. I always enjoyed the people here. But the last probably 15 years, I think MILLBROOK's really grown. Made a lot of changes to how we do business. And the changes we've made have impacted our community in a positive way. And I think you'll see, especially with our kids, how that impact has been a positive thing for our kids.
What's your name?
Caitlin.
Can you repeat that?
Caitlin?
Glowed.
Glowed.
It wasn't clear enough. Full name. Okay, take 2.
What? Hey! Yeah, Ethan has issues.
Okay, what are you working on right now?
English comprehension question.
All right, you're on an island for the rest of your life, and you have 2 books to bring. Name 2.
50 Shades of Grey.
2 books?
Hunger Games.
Out of every single book ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does Shakespeare count?
What?
Does Shakespeare count?
No. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
A dictionary counts too.
I'd bring the complete set of my Shakespeare books.
That's too many.
It's in one book.
2. It gotta be 1.
It's all in place in one book.
It's all.
Where are you from?
Your
middle
name's Marie.
Tell us something about yourself.
I play rugby. Get Odie here.
Building Legends 3, MILLBROOK. Room tour, take 1. This is the CEC First Nations Alliance room. People come in here and do stuff. I'm gonna go in here and do stuff. This is Caitlin Glode.
Hi.
She's just doing her homework.
Doing some English.
English homework.
Yeah.
This is Marissa.
Hi.
Marissa Bernard. Taylor Syllaboy. Ethan Phillips. My good companion, friend. Cameron Glode. Brennan Gugu. And this is Madison Harris over to my right side. It's Ethan's girlfriend.
The First Nation Culture Center is a place where we go to get extra help or if we need just like to rest or something.
It's like a support room, I guess, but we usually just go there on our breaks and lunches, and we just meet up with our friends and hang out.
If you need to catch up on work, you can come in here and Mrs. Higgins will help you with your homework.
It's like a better place to do your work. I like doing it down here because you can talk to your friends and you get your work done, but you can do it with less pressure, I guess. And I feel like if I have less pressure, then I can relax and like actually do it.
It is very helpful if we're having problems in class or we need quiet spot to study and stuff. We'll go there during class, and it's just good support, I guess.
When I was going into high school, I was really nervous and I thought I'd get lost, and I didn't think there was really going to be a place to go when you get like bored or you can't find your friends, but they have a native room.
Our teacher, Cheryl Higgins, she helps us a lot. There's like a lot of pictures. My brother drew this one. It's of a moose, and there's like bulletin boards if like there's things around the school, and Cheryl supplies like colored pencils and scissors, pencils, hole punch paper. This is of like petroglyphs and artifact kind of thing. I'm not really sure who drew it, but they did a pretty good job. These are the numbers of the Mi'kmaq. This is the Native veterans from MILLBROOK. This is my grandfather. He was in World War II in the Korean War.
Everyone's welcome here. Like, we're nice to everyone. Like, because, I mean, that's not the First Nation students. Like, they're not the only people that come in here. Anyone's welcome in here.
In the First Nations room, all of us, we just kind of come together and we kind of put away what we do at home and stuff and what we do in our spare time, and it's just mostly hanging out and have a good time, passing time when we're on lunch or something like that. If we have any problems, there's always someone there to help you out, even if it is your friend.
This is my sister Nainza.
What's up?
She has a very native name. It comes from a river in Waikagama.
Waikagama. It's Wamacook.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wamacook.
My brother's not very smart. He's kind of lacking in his brain.
Brilliant.
When we're in the Navy room, everyone talks to everyone. It's like just like a huge circle, and everyone gets their input. We get to talk about whatever.
No, the cows. You never kill them.
Why?
Because those make babies to keep the population going, so you never shoot them.
So, well then you don't want to shoot the male, because if it wasn't for the male, then there wouldn't be any babies.
You always shoot the male because they're always horny. They go after like 8 of them at once.
That's
Eight
what
babies,
You know
right?
how walruses, they beach themselves or whatever?
They all just lie there, and then one male will just go around having sex with them all. But then, if another male wants to have sex with them, he'll come in and they have to fight. The male and male fight for territory.
Tiger Woods, they just go around.
All these female walruses are beached on there, and then this male just comes along and starts.
walrus to walrus just having sex with them. Not even joking.
Straighten it? Oh, yeah.
I learned it in
Oh my God, save it!
beached whale sex? I don't think so. Populations do. I didn't learn that. No, man.
Sure about your walrus?
I am so positive.
You should look that up.
I will Google this.
And I was like,
Watch like the most disturbing picture come out.
Texted you?
I really would not want to see Google image.
There's only 2 for them to tag team. That's just nasty. You should get like a cockroach.
That's so bad.
It's gone.
Boom! 1 or 2 males generally perform blah 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 for 23 females.
Oh.
I told you. He's right.
right. He's right.
Are you doing one?
That would be like the best life. Eat all day, swim, barely doing nothing, and just get laid.
The only thing is, you have to be the biggest walrus there, because other male walrus.
Oh my god, so all you have to do is...
They fight each other.
So obesity wins, so all you have to do is just keep eating.
Okay, so let's change the subject.
And now you know the rest of the story.
There's not a high school on the reserve, so it's different. Because, like, you go to Escazone, they have their school, and Indian Brook, they have their high school. We don't.
Going to school off reserve, there's lots of pros and cons to it, but I'd say pros is like you get to meet new people, and you know a lot more people because you're dealing with a lot more kids trying to do what you're doing too as well.
I think it's very different that we come here, but like it's a good different, like doesn't really affect us very much. I think it helps us to realize how like other cultures are and not just focus on ours. Everyone accepts everyone else, I find, for the most part, yeah.
It helps me more sociably with other people. I know that like I'm comfortable with people that I live on the reserve with, but I'd like for me to be comfortable everywhere else and not just one place.
It's like they're more accepting at this school. It's not even like, it doesn't make a difference what kind of culture I am. So it's cool.
Challenges about going off reserve are really just leaving the reserve. Just have to wake up early, really take the bus to school.
When you're dealing with off reserve people, you're not just like dealing with your same race. You have to deal with other races and stuff. I think the challenges of going to a non-reserve school is you do deal with racism and stuff.
I feel that racism, compared to back then, is so incredibly better. You barely see it. But in reality, people act like it's all gone, and it's not.
I would go to school every day, every class if school was in MILLBROOK, but I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like 98% of the First Nation students are in here all the time, working with people they know. They just feel comfortable.
I remember back in grade 10 when I just came to the school, they used to they were doing that documentary of Annie Mae and how she got shot and all that, and a couple people in my class were laughing really hard. And I was like, man, I'll go down to the native room and watch this, man.
In Mi'kmaq, we're watching videos of reenactment of back in the day, like going fishing and all this stuff, and people just laugh at it because I guess they ain't wearing clothes that we wear today, or they talk because we speak Mi'kmaq, it's a different language, and I guess it sounds weird to them. I don't know.
That's not our people. Why should we care?
Just like this documentary, no one's gonna care. They're probably gonna listen to us and just even if they do watch, they're just gonna laugh or something. I don't know.
The mistrust that happened from the residential school, from centralization, the mistrust between the child and their parent happened because how could you let me go to the school? How could this abuse happen in the schools? So you have all this that's being passed down.
So the residential schools were sort of in play, I'd say around my grandparents' generation, my great-grandparents' generation.
There were schools all over Canada, and they would go to your homes and take the kids and put them in there till they were 16, 15?
If they had a residential school nowadays, right now, I don't know what I'd do. I'd be fighting teachers, I'd just be fighting.
No, I heard of that, and I was like, oh, hey, I'd be punching a teacher out kind of thing. But I guess you, get held down or something and whipped.
Yeah, you couldn't do nothing because you were so small. They're pulling kids out of Indian Brook.
Getting beaten your whole life and just, mentally abused, you will eventually, have that fear, I guess.
Well, people that went to residential school, they had a really rough life. I don't know.
So, it's a cycle. So, it's we learn from our elders, right? So, I mean, it's not like, hey, they're beating us or like, because I haven't, but I mean, eventually you're gonna have to like break that cycle, right?
My parents grew up in Chevy, but they never had money to go to school, money to get supplies and all that. But like years and years now, like 2012, oh, they're like, oh, we need more Native students. We need graduates. Like, it's all like, yeah, it's just like giving us money just to go to school.
Right. Do you think it works?
Yeah, it works, but
Do you think it's important?
yeah, I just might as well get out of here before, like, so I could do something in life, because I know if I'm gonna not come to school, I'm gonna be probably living off ration my whole life on the res, working at the butt shop.
Our generation now is that much stronger from all the knowledge that we have been able to learn from different courses, from different books, from different presentations. And I feel that we not only have the tools we need to help our communities, but we have the determination and the true feeling that we need to help the people here and in reserves all over the place. Because it's not like that. It's not like it's just a root problem that's happened in Millbrook or even in the Maritimes. It's happened everywhere. Millbrook, I find, does a lot to keep us in school, to keep us educated, to promise us, I suppose, a better future.
I play on the Nova Scotia field lacrosse team. I made a lacrosse team called MILLBROOK Warriors, and it just started off with, I was in the youth center. I was talking to someone from the community. He told me that I should start a team for MILLBROOK for next year. So, but I'm impatient. I didn't want to wait until next year, so I started. There was a group of kids there, so I went and asked them if they wanted to, if they would play on a team, if I made one. And there was about 15 of them. I got them to sign a sheet, and I wrote it into band council, and I got funding, and over 2 days, I pretty much made a lacrosse team. So a week later, we had our first practice.
Once one person started, like they all just started, and it like spread like wildfire, and now like a lot of people in the community do it.
When I first started playing lacrosse, I didn't really know about the tradition of it, but after a while we went to meetings and stuff, and then we had like traditional speakers tell us about the game of lacrosse.
It was our culture first, and it was like in our community, and we can be as good as everybody else. And it was like started in the First Nations, and then it like spread out, and then we lost it for a bit, and then now we're starting to get it back.
Millbrook on 3! 1, 2, 3, Millbrook!
The Warriors been going on for, this is the second year. The first game, actually, we had 600 spectators, and that's more than any university team ever had, and it was a really big deal. We had a lot of people show up. It was, we pretty much made history. We're the first all-native team East Quebec, so it's a really big deal to us, and we were recognized by it with many awards.
I play rugby for the varsity rugby team at CEC. I play soccer for CEC as well, which is in season right now. I'm so absolutely privileged to be able to play these sports, to be encouraged to play these sports. They just make life that much easier, that much better, because you're in a group of people that are passionate about the same thing. Like, we're in it to win it, more or less. We win and we work hard. We love it.
Good job, girls!
My program, my youth program, is fully funded by our band. And I truly believe that if you provide those things for our kids, they take that, they run with it. And then I think now you look at the amount of kids in our schools that are playing varsity sports. it blows me away because we might have a population of maybe 60 kids, and we've got kids playing varsity basketball, varsity volleyball, varsity football. There's all kinds of kids are trying out for musicals in school, and I think it's a direct result of some of the things we do with our kids.
A lot of people, when they talk to me, they didn't know that I was half white because I guess I don't really look like it. I think it's cool that I have two cultures, and I put them into one, like a sandwich, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. So it's cool. I mix them together.
Education is a big thing to change racism. People really need to know what's going on reserves, why we do what we do, why we get what we get. And I feel the more you spread the word of it, the more you give them a pamphlet, the more you talk to them, even if you're just changing one person at a time to believe what they believe, then they'll tell the next person, even if it's word of mouth. I just feel like we have what it takes to break this cycle that we're in, more or less.
It's so awkward. You don't notice you're there, and then you turn around and you're like, oh, hey.
Good morning, everyone. Hey. I'm Miss Higgins. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the First Nations support teacher. Thank you. Today's a special day. We have a few people in from Viewfinders to screen two of the documentaries that they've already completed. They've been working on their third documentary with the students here.
Maybe you can compare it when the first car was made. Was it Mr. Ford? Henry Ford made it very, very significant. Well, the canoe for us was very significant, and to have it.
I thought they were great. Definitely showed the school that about more of our culture and stuff. It's important to me because that's part of my culture. That's what our ancestors did, and it's part of us, I guess. You can't just throw a part of you away. That's why it's so important to keep it and practice everything that you know, and with the lacrosse stick making and the speaking your own language. Everyone's fighting to get it back, but if no one's fighting and no one cares, then it's gonna go extinct, and no one's gonna know how to speak it. It's just gonna be in the history books, just like anything else that's extinct now.
By watching the Building Legends movies, it made me proud because our culture and history is so important, and it was great to watch it and just be able to be proud of who we are and what we've accomplished. A few people walked up to me afterwards and were like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that happened, or that was this reason, or oh, their outfits are so cool. And it's mind-opening for a lot of people. I think it's important because that's our culture, that's our lives.
Or get more involved in the Native community, in dancing, singing.
If we don't have information and people to teach us about it, then it's just gonna die out, and that would suck a lot. That'd be awful.
I believe everything's changing. Back in the olden days when my father was a kid, he had it a lot worse than we did, but just from then to now has changed so much, as in through race-wise and what you can do and can't do, and just everything. So I think eventually everyone will open up. Everyone will see that reserves are a good place, I guess. I'd like to eventually become an RCMP officer, and I'd like to run for chief of council maybe later on in my life, just because I would like to try and better my community. And it's important to me because the leaders of Millbrook and what they did for me so far in my life anyways helped me a lot. So I'd like to one day maybe have that effect on another kid.
I hope that the film will show people that, teach them obviously more about us, but show them that it's I find a lot of people have stereotypes about First Nations people, and that it would take away from those. It would just show how proud we are, I guess, to be who we are and what we have, and we're thankful, so. Millbrook's growing every single day. So I know that it's just going to keep getting bigger and better and more open, and it's just going to keep growing together as a community. I really hope that if I do have kids one day, they'll be able to experience that and be able to be like, oh my gosh, this is my home because this is it. This is my community. And that I would love to be able to teach them and show them videos like this about their culture. Well, it's up to us, right, to, like our youth today, to keep our traditions alive and live them through our kids and their kids. And if we don't start now, it's not going to happen. So it's really important to have our videos and whatnot. And I just think that a lot of our youth now have so much potential to do so many different things. So I think it's just going to go upward from here.
I believe where we're at right now for like living wise and everything else is great for me. I just hope there's lots of opportunity and everything else for me now. But when I become a father eventually and my kids are there, I hope they have like the best the best they could possibly ever have. I would want any of my kids that I have to probably have the best chances or the best experiences in life.